So I'm pissed off, obviously. I'm sitting here thinking about, honestly, like, let me get this out of my face. All of the rights that I have to be fucking mad. All of the fucking rights I have to feel fucking, like, powerless and also purposeless. Like, ignore this. I wasn't even thinking of this image, you know, when I was feeling the way that I did. But it's how I feel. Anyways. Well, not like... This is from fucking Stranger Things. This is Dungeons and Dragons. Okay? This is their Hellfire Club. Okay? And every time I put this on, I get nervous because I feel God watching me. And I feel Him. You know, you're wearing the devil's clothes right there. Just even though you know what it means, where it comes from, you're wearing the devil's clothes basically. And I still do it just to fucking be like, honestly, if you don't answer me, why the fuck would the devil? Dead ass. The devil's just a different variant of you, yin and yang at that fucking point. Like, we are just as much God as God is us. If, you know what I'm saying? If God is everything, so. And in order for God to exist, Satan also has to exist. That balance has to exist. So what I'm thinking about sitting here is how little control I have in comparison to everything else when told that I'm given or that I have free will. I still lack awareness to make the decisions that I require. I feel like I am always begging the world around me for something, and that world around me I call God. I feel like every time I'm thinking something, it's never me or myself, it's always God. I feel like every time something's going wrong and I can't do anything, or I've done everything that I can other than let time pass, it's where the fuck are you? Like, and what use do I have here? That's really what I'm getting at, is if you gave me free will, you insinuate a purpose over here. Yet every time I try and make a fucking decision, you stand in between it. You get in the fucking way. Everything that I try, every effort that I fucking make, is defiled by this God of mine surrounding me. And what is God? Everything that I can't control. You know? You, too. It's you. It's you watching me. You're God. And you can see me through your eyes, and God can see me through your eyes. And we all watch TV at the end of it all. Tatsavama food. Whatever you say. I've been dealing with paranoia. If you see me looking around, it was a car that just, you know, was wondering whether or not to park in the same parking lot as me. I've had this issue just being desperate for attention my whole life, and now I can't seem to get away from it. So I'm always looking over my shoulder because I'm telling you, police even just pull up on me and stare, talk to me. How are you? You sleeping in there? You meeting anybody? It's just the fake concern, the interest. And that's also why I just feel like this is a joke. Like, I'm surrounded by I'm surrounded by demons because they don't fucking live and breathe in the same love that I do. They're interested in me, they're stalking me, they follow me, they criticize me, they're friendly to me, and then they disrespect me, reject me, betray me, hurt me, ignore me. And I've noticed how much attention that I get from certain people when it's not on them, and how much of a distraction you are. Not that I am meant to do anything amazing or great. I'm meant to just be myself, and everybody around me is stopping me from being that. I have just this fear that I'm shit. I'm shit. I can't do shit. Everybody's right. That their interest in me is just warranted. I'm just looking for control in my life, for power over my life. Nobody else's. But that's the funny thing is, in this world, the life that I'm surrounded by is free will, free will, free will. There's identity everywhere else. I don't belong, and they don't belong to me or to them. You know what I'm saying? They are just as much in control as I am. The world belongs to them just as much as it belongs to me. I didn't want to come here to compete with anybody, and I think that it's sick and fucking sadistic and twisted that I'm forced to fucking fight other people that are supposed to be on my team. That whenever I'm hungry, I'm supposed to fucking slit a throat. I'm supposed to end an identity. That's the kind of shit that just makes me like, I'm fine. Like, I could just lay here and fucking die. And there's been a time where I really did. I did almost do that. I just stopped eating for 3-4 days, and I was a pussy, obviously, and I gave into it, and I was throwing up. I couldn't move. My stomach was just fucking done. I was just throwing up nothing, and I was walking, just hovering over, trying to get to the hospital, and they were just like, well, let's give you some fluids, and you just gotta keep on eating food. It was basically, I was homeless at the fucking time. Where does my depression come from? It comes from my original desire to do something, to influence or change something for the future of my life. Like everybody's telling me I have to do, and you do have to do shit to maintain your future, to keep it. That bothered me the fucking most. I'm just gonna relax and stop acting like I have to fucking have everything figured out. Instead, I'm nervous because I've been recording for 7 minutes and I don't know how long this is gonna let me record. And I also came here to say that I cannot find anything on the internet, but I know it's out there. I know there's other people out there just like me, even, who's probably talking right now. And I know it's whoever's plan to shut us all down and to make us feel hopeless, like we can't reach each other, but it's only gonna make us act more insane. Like, do you see me right now? What normal person 30 years ago would post a video like this without being like, they're gonna know me for the rest of my life? As if that's not why people do everything it is that they do. It's like for this underhand of fame, but they don't even realize that they don't want it, or that they aren't ready for something like that. Put a video like this out 30 fucking years ago, you're either gonna get a lot of people that are bored with you, or a lot of people that are looking at you like you're fucking Britney Spears. You know, the fucking hair, the fucking depression, the honesty. That's all it really takes to be fucking famous, is to share who you are. People can tell when you're not doing that. And the only reason people are interested in anybody is the authenticity and experience that they can get while not having to do a single fucking thing. Let's be real. Interest actually comes from a place of laziness in other people. And I've noticed this especially about men or boyfriends, is they do ride off of their girlfriend's reputation, and that's a lot of the times or the reasons why they pursue certain girls or women, even when they are fucking ugly. It's a lot less complicated than I think it is sometimes. It really is. I'm mad. I'm just mad. I'm just fucking mad. And I'm smiling. But why? Is somebody watching me? It's not hard to be famous. I think that it's easier today to be famous than it would be any other time. I go and I search on YouTube and I try and find something, that relates to anything that I put in the search bar. And I know they're out there, and I know that I'm being put off from them. And I know if I put a video out there, I could, yes, end up just like everybody else, unseen, unwatched. But, besides the fact that it's not hard to be famous, you know those empty parking lots that you pass by every day? I talk about this all the time. I'm obsessed. We see these places. We all pass them every day. We live in some sort of a zoo. A concrete zoo. It's easy to be famous if you just stand in one of those spots, right? But we don't want fame, because what does fame attract? It attracts the wrong thing. You don't want people to be interested in you. That's not logical in nature. And when that happens, you're in danger. You're in danger when people are interested in you. You have to reevaluate how you're moving. It's not always a safe thing. So the people out there that are famous have been in the industry, but I'm telling you, somebody just standing on the side of the street that has something to say, MLK, what does that insinuate? Fame. People being interested in you. They want something. Not everybody wants to be your friend. There's a lot of parasites, a lot of leeches, a lot of thieves. And I'm tired of caring how I look. And let that stop me from what I put out there. Who can find me, who can know me. I'm a loser, and every time somebody says that, I want to be like, yeah, bro, and what? You don't love losers? What's wrong with you? I'm sorry. Like, all the criticism that I've been getting just really made me realize, does that make me any less deserving of anything? And does it make it right? Does it make it true? Absolutely the fuck not. Call me a fucking loser. I do it all the time, and I'm okay with being a fucking loser. I like losers. I understand what a loser is, what a loser can be, what they can transform into. A loser, it's never really their fault, is it, right? I grew up in a different time where everybody wanted to give me attention for that shit, and now it's like, look at her, she's fucking wasting her life, or lazy, or whatever else they have to fucking say. Messy, my hair's falling out, my makeup's running off, I'm wearing a dingy fucking sweater in a dirty car. I can't seem to fucking care about anything. But does that mean that you deserve to be mean to me? No. Anybody who throws criticism at you is truly just projecting. That anger is unwarranted. God knows where it came from, because they don't fucking care about you. They don't fucking care about you. So those criticisms are projections 9 times out of 10, or if not, they're just trying to test your character to see if it can protect them. And that's what fame is about. People fucking idolize these characters for reference because they don't have those experiences. It's not anything about originality. It's that these people either have experiences or can simulate that they've had them well for us to believe. And then we're out here just like, we want guidance. We used to find guidance in our elders, and now we find them in our brothers and sisters, and we're confusing each other. There's no more adults left. And I'm tired. Tired, and I'm angry at everything that's out of my control. I'm tired and angry at worrying how the world works and who's out there and what any of this fucking means. I don't know what it means. I just know that I'm just talking. I don't even know that I want anybody to respond. I just know I'm tired. I hate the world that I live in. I hate it. I just hate it. I can't take it anymore, and everybody around me is just like NPCing, and I feel like I'm constantly walking this thin line on the fourth wall, and nobody else can see where maybe some lyrics to a song might be playing, and everything around is happening the same way it's happening in the song or the lyrics. Just rhythm in the world, essence of experience being here, and rhythm with it. I feel like I'm constantly experiencing that alone, that people just don't actually see the reality of, like, the very simple reality of it's going to get a lot harder in America. Politics are important, and they are affecting every second of my life right now, from waking up to going to sleep. And everybody wants to act like, stop thinking about politics and stop talking about news because you can't do anything about it, it's gonna stress you out. I'm fucking 25. I'm not trying to do the same thing that my fucking parents did. Otherwise, my kids are gonna end up with another Trump, and I'm tired of seeing that. Every day, I keep on getting told that the things that I'm talking about or the things that I'm worrying about are futile. And then they put me behind a counter to do labor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure that we're meant to fucking be working for other people. Like, that's what our generation was raised for. But, like, why were our parents raised to be bosses and we weren't? Aren't there fucking less of us? Shouldn't we be the... Not only that, but, like, shouldn't there be a fucking age limit on voting? Can we talk about abolishing the government? Can we talk about the fucking laws? Can we talk about... Stop acting like it's so fucking touche and bougie. Like, bro, I'm 25, 24, whatever the fuck. I forget my age sometimes. I am the person that needs to be thinking about this shit. I should be having more influence over votes than boomers do. I have a future and they don't, and they're influencing mine. My bosses can also influence my future now. There are more bosses than employees, and we were all raised with this very specific intent, and that nobody seems to want to break out of in any kind of way. We're so fine with just blending in and not questioning anything. Not, like, I feel like I'm the only philosopher in my fucking life, and every time I use it, everybody around me's like, well, yeah, you're kind of annoying, or you're just, you know, like, relax, or you're depressing. Like, I'm trying to figure this shit out. This doesn't make sense to me. I don't enjoy my life. I don't like the life that I live, and I want to enjoy the life that I live. I have to figure out what the fuck I can do to do that, because I have the work in me. I get up sometimes earlier than I have to, and I don't have any work to do, and the work that is there to do does not align with me. I say, like, I look at the fucking laundry and I just imagine minimizing my life down to my car and just thinking, yeah, I manage so much in my life that just removing all of it would probably just make me fucking happier. Like, think about how many people could have afforded to live a relaxing life for the rest of their lives when they retired, but instead chose to be a part of the economy, go on vacations. I was told that when I was a kid, like, I could just imagine the amount of money. I just need $1 million, and then I'd be able to never need money again. I could live the rest of my life. And you know what? If I had put $1 million into a 401k and then worked a minimum wage job enough my whole life, or until I was ready to retire, yeah, that would have fucking worked. But there is no $1 million that sits in your pocket that's going to stay there. I don't believe in my future or the future that I am a part of. I am in an environment my environment, my natural habitat, it is other people, and it is money, and I have to navigate that. And everybody that keeps on telling me, stop thinking about that, just go to work, you're the people that are going to be doing that forever. And everybody wants to act like it's so much hard work to own a business, but they don't even realize all of the work that their employers are doing for them. So honestly, if you think about it, like, it adds up. Also with the rent shit, like, just hear me out. It makes sense. Those charges, we don't do anything for ourselves anymore, and we don't really know how to. So these other people are kind of charging us for that, which isn't exactly right, but think about it. If you had what it took to make your own business, and you weren't forced to work for somebody else, you'd just move in a completely different way, and so would everybody else. People would be fighting for you to work for them, you know what I'm saying? They would be fighting for you to be a part of their team. None of us should have been raised to be workers. We should have all been raised to be managers. Okay, because managers are supposed to be able to fucking work together. I'm not a slave. I'm always going to be a part of a team, and I deserve something. One thing that we don't talk about is we have the rights to live. We have the rights to freedom. But when we are born into this world, we don't have anything. And on top of that, the resources are not dependable. I think that we have rights to land. I think that if I'm a citizen born in America, I deserve rights to land. And if you can't give me that land, then you need to reevaluate the population. Because we're not considering the population's comfort, we're considering the population's labor, how much labor they can produce. So we are fine with cities and factories, and I'm not. So I'm never gonna shut up. You fucking hear me, bitches? Y'all always want to phone me around and listen to me anyways. I've stopped being able to be anxious about the right things, you know? Now I'm just fucking anxious about things that don't matter. I wish I could be anxious about my bills, or my laundry, or food in my stomach, but instead I'm just anxious about who's fucking listening to me and what they think of me. And I don't even care about anybody that much enough. I'm just tired of being attacked by people and the world, and not having any control over where I go in it. So like, it is hard to be a manager. That's why your wage is shit. That's why their wage isn't. Because you don't know how to be a manager. Otherwise, you wouldn't have to be working for them. It's amazing to me that there's more bosses than workers, but the bosses are okay. Like, just hear me out on what that means. You don't need to be a part of a business or a team to have a company. Everybody should have a company. In school, when we go to school, we should be raised to build as much of our company as we want. Anything that we're interested in should be organized into that career. Like, if you like food and cooking, just do more of that in your free time. One day you can sell artisan goods. I don't fucking know. If everybody doesn't have something of value, you're valueless. And then you turn around and look at the country that you live in and you say, where's my land? I can't fucking farm in the air, can I? There's also airspace laws and rules. So where are my rights? What are my rights in building as an American citizen? You did not raise me to be free. I'm sorry. You did not raise me to be free. And I'm thinking about it every day. How can I be free? How can I break free from everybody? And also, how can I find the people that feel exactly how I do? Because I know what it means to be kind. I've seen the disrespect. I see how people treat each other and how they treat me. And I just want to meet somebody who's kind and righteous. I don't want to give up on people. I still believe in people because I'm out there. And every time I have to fight against somebody, there's that voice inside of me that says, there's a family and they're waiting for you at home, Alexis. And they're excited to see you. And they're listening. And that reminds me that kindness, the kindness that I have inside of me is real. I can find that. It's okay. That kindness, that love, it happens to be found a lot in women, but I've noticed that when women come together, that love isn't as easily shared. And I have a best friend, and I'm blessed to have her. And I wish everybody was my best friend, because I love everybody. Considering the weird shit that people fucking do to betray me sometimes. Like, you can only do so many things to me before I'm like, I wouldn't ever do that to you. And still, I'm only 24, not many experiences, but I've held true to that feeling, man. Most times. I mean, not every time, but like, you live and you learn. Like, life gets hard. Stress makes us into people that we're not. People that hurt you in the past. Sometimes we're really just fucking stressed out. Then you get stressed out one day and you see how hard it is to control yourself. Yeah, but then there's other times where it's just like, people just do dishonorable things that just is like, I just don't identify with that. I love everybody. I love you. But I also am like, fuck you. Especially you, God, because you are a part of the free will around me. Like, the world that I live in is free will itself. There's plants around me. There is life around me. There is no fucking God here. That's why I feel that way. Because I can't fucking control anything around me. And apparently nothing can control me, but we all influence each other. Ultimately, how long has this been? A half hour? And I barely know the whim of what I wanted to say, other than I feel hopeless sometimes. I feel like a loser. I feel like people are ignoring the things around them, and like I'm the only one sometimes that's paying attention to it. I feel ignored a lot. I feel like people listen to the things that I say and they think that I'm stupid enough to let them ignore me. And I also think that old people should stop voting. They should protect the fucking children by letting them handle their future and make decisions for their future. I feel like everybody that's following me, everybody that's interested in me, can pay me right now. And I also feel like I'm trying to break out of this human zoo, you know? And I think that the only way to do that is with my words. It's my instinct. It's the only way that I can connect. Communication is the only way that I can connect with anybody else around me. It's the only thing that I can influence. I can inspire, and that's why whenever I can do it, it makes me feel powerful. And I can't help but study it every time I do it. How did I change their course of action? Being who I am. It flatters me so much. But I also never want to influence people when I'm in a negative spot. I don't want people to feel bad for me either. Or tell me, you're so great, when I know I'm not. I want you to encourage me. Tell me what I don't know is wrong and say, hey, pick that shit up. But this is how, and I know you, and this is how you can pick it up. I know you. I know you're trying. And ultimately, should be the end. Probably not putting this out because I'm too lazy. You know, if I do put something like this out, it'll be for the records. I mean, I'm not sure many ADHD people get shit out like this. I still need a therapist. It's been over a year, maybe 2 years even, since I've seen anybody for medical or mental health, really. So I never find those people. I never see those people. I never see real people. No offense. I want to find real people. I want to go home.